Home Minister Amit Shah has now attacked the Gandhis. On the anniversary of the emergency, he said that the Gandhis are the killer of democracy. Attacking the Congress party, Amit Shah said, and I quote, "On this day in the year 1975, a family had imposed emergency on the country by taking away the rights of the people and killing democracy. The family had feared that they would lose power, and that's the reason why emergency was imposed. Emergency was imposed because they were a symbol of dictatorship. This is the mentality of the Congress, and it is a never-ending stigma. It was on this day in the year 1975 that Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, the then President of India, announced the emergency across the country at the behest of Indira Gandhi-led government at the centre." It was the Prime Minister Narendra Modi who had spoken about the emergency in his last Mann Ki Baat, and now the Home Minister has spoken about the emergency that was imposed in the country from the year 1975 till 1977. Amit Shah has now attacked the Gandhis and said it is one family that killed the democracy, and said that emergency was only imposed because the family thought that they would lose power. Amit Shah said, and I quote, "It was on this day in the year 1975 that a family had imposed emergency by taking away the rights of the people and by killing democracy. And all this was being done by Indira Gandhi because she feared that she would lose power." He also spoke about the kind of torture that lakhs of people underwent during the emergency. The then President of India had announced the emergency across the country, and it was at the behest of the Indira Gandhi-led government at the centre. This is a new front which has been opened up between the BJP and the Congress. The BJP, the top leaders of the party, have time and again spoken about what took place during the emergency. In fact, the Prime Minister also spoke about the books that were written about emergency. He also spoke about a booklet that he himself wrote during the tumultuous time the country saw during the year 1975 till 1977. My colleague Rahul Gautam is now joining me on the story. Rahul, it seems like emergency is one of the issues that the BJP has been raking over the past many years, and it seems like it definitely could become a big issue between the Congress and the BJP.
Well, Ashwini, you can consider this as a part of strategy of BJP to counter the charge that has been made by Congress party and Rahul Gandhi, that how democracy is being undermined and how democratic institutions are being captured by one ideology, that is of BJP and RSS. And therefore, now Amit Shah, seems to have responded to this charge, saying that it was today back in 1975 when Congress party, and the family of Nehru Gandhi family, Nehru Gandhi actually imposed emergency in the country, and at that point of time millions of people were tortured merely because they were speaking against the erstwhile Congress government. In fact, Mr. Amit Shah also reminded that how at that point of time civil liberties were curtailed, opponents were targeted. So in a way, you can say that Amit Shah is responding to the charge, the same charge that Rahul Gandhi has been leveling against BJP. Now, this is not the first time when BJP has raised this issue. We all know that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself, invoked the black period of emergency, saying that at that point of time, democracy was under assault by the erstwhile Congress government. So you can say this is a part of a strategy that has been crafted by PM Modi and the top leaders of the BJP, only to dilute the charge that Congress party has been making against the incumbent BJP government, that they are weakening the democracy. And in fact, if you remember when Rahul Gandhi had gone to US and UK, at that point of time also he made these charges, which obviously led to a war of words between BJP and Congress. So you can say that this is a part of strategy, and obviously as we will inch more closer toward 2024, such attacks would only be escalating between BJP and Congress.
Right, Rahul. Rahul, also one of the things, one cannot rewrite history, and those 21 months, were extremely difficult for India as a country. So that's something that, the BJP has time and again been raking. They have been asking the Congress party to reply on that. And obviously, because we are seeing how Rahul Gandhi time and again has been speaking about the fact that democracy in India is in danger. So that's the reason maybe why we are seeing the BJP now raking up the emergency issue.
Well, BJP has been constantly denying all these allegations. In fact, they've been refuting all these charges, saying that merely because Congress party is not winning elections, therefore this is their resentment and their frustration, and that's why they are only defaming the country by making such baseless allegations. On the other hand, the Congress party and particularly Rahul Gandhi, we all know that how they've been very vocal and has been a very bitter critic of BJP-led government, saying that this is all happening at the behest of top leaders of the BJP, wherein political opponents are being targeted, they are harassed, and misuse of agencies is happening. So obviously, both are trying to create their own narrative. On one hand, you have Congress party who are trying to propagate this message that how in last 9 years the democratic institution, the very ethos of democracy, they are under threat. On the other hand, the BJP is saying that Congress party should be the last party to preach about democracy, given the fact that it was their party and their leaders who imposed emergency in the country when millions of people were suffered merely because they were speaking against the alleged operation of the then Congress government. So you can expect that this war of words will only escalate, and you can expect that such attacks would also be repeatedly coming in from BJP as well on Congress party.
Thank you, Rahul, for giving us details on this story. Stay on with me, Rahul.